The sights, the sounds, the colors of Fairchild are just so amazing. When you walk in, the beauty will just overwhelm you. It's just lovely. Plants are the lifeline of everything. You know, you can't have animals without plants. You can't have people without plants. Most everything that we use is from some derivative of plants, and that's why it's important. We're 76 years old now. We opened in 1938. The land was purchased by Colonel Montgomery, who is a local philanthropist, who bought the land in order to give a place for Dr. David Fairchild to put his plants that he had been collecting from all over the world. Dr. David Fairchild was a famous botanist, plant explorer, worked for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, where he would go around the world looking at different plants and looking at the viability of those plants for agricultural purposes in this country. I think the things that people should really look for are the diversity of plants that we have here, the size, the colors, the shapes, the different habitats that we have here. We have the largest rainforest in a botanic garden in the country. It's 3 acres. The Butterfly Conservatory is something that you can't miss when you come here. The edible plant garden is a really nice demonstration plot. It allows us to be able to showcase what edible plants grow well here in our community. We often do a lot of teacher professional development workshops in there. We do a lot of classes and summer camps in there. We have a demonstration plot in there that during the summer camps, these kids plant and they get to tend to it the entire time that they're here. It's lovely though for kids to be able to get in there and just see the different types of foods that they can grow in their backyard and understand how healthy it is to have these things be accessible to them. It's a lot of fun here at the garden. We get everybody in the community involved in our festivals. We open up our doors so that people can come and learn about specific subjects. The Chocolate Festival, which comes up in January, is one of our largest festivals. And we have chocolate tasting, we have chocolate activities, we have a scavenger hunt through the garden, we have cooking demonstrations, we have lectures for all ages. The Million Orchid Project is my favorite initiative that we're doing right now, and there's a lot of great initiatives. The first idea is it's conservation of endangered native orchids. It's an urban beautification project and it's an education project. What our goal is to propagate 1 million local, native, endangered orchids and put them back out into the community. Not necessarily into the woods, into the Everglades, but into the urban centers. And the idea is that we're getting people in the community involved in this. It's becoming this large citizen science initiative. And now what we've done over the past year is be able to get schools involved in this process. And so now we have 31 high schools who actually have micro labs within their schools where they're helping us to grow these orchids. In addition to that, we also have students in our field trip programs be able to plant these orchids and actually take them back to their school with them. Now we're extending the Million Orchid Project that way. And then when these orchids become large enough to be able to put out, the ones we're growing in the lab, the students will be able to put those out into their school trees if they have the proper trees, or into their community. Eventually we'll have millions of orchids growing along our streets and in our schoolyards and in our community. Each year, from the start of Art Basel, which is in December, through the end of May, we have art season here at Fairchild, where we bring in traveling exhibits from all over the world to be showcased. They're all outdoors and integrated into our landscape. And it's lovely to see the connection between art and nature and how well we can pull it off here because we have so many different spaces. This year we have our Chihuly exhibit. This is the 3rd time it's come to Fairchild. It is beautiful hand-blown glass that are massive pieces throughout the garden. We have 23 installations currently. thousands of individual pieces of glass, just amazing, in these bright, bright colors that allow us to showcase them in this beautiful green environment with the beautiful blue sky, and then all of a sudden you come across something and it's beautiful yellow on top of that. It really makes you stop and look at how these two things can be integrated, the art and the nature, so well. Fairchild has a long history of amazing education programs. A lot of our kids in this community don't get the opportunity to be in green spaces and have the opportunity to get hands-on. And so giving them the opportunity to dig in the dirt, flip over a log and see what's there, get an opportunity to smell the plants and to see the plants and to touch the plants has been very valuable. Culture shock is very important in our community. It gives kids an opportunity to go and see the things that they may otherwise not be able to see. They get to go places they may otherwise not be able to go. And I think Fairchild and Culture Shock is a wonderful partnership because it gets kids to be able to come to Fairchild, experience what we're doing here. It allows us to open up to a larger audience, a newer audience, get these kids inspired to want to learn more and come back. But it also gives them an opportunity to see that nice connection between art and nature. It gives them an opportunity to understand how science and art are closely related and how they work so well together and how important that is.